That's why I don't get involved in people's personal lives. Whatever they do, they do.
Yeah.
Just be ready for war when it's time.
I'm the same way.
Tell her goodbye, kiss her on the cheek, and away we go. Get your ass over here. Get your gun. Right?
Yeah.
But I think that there's a mechanism here that can be built that really creates power within the system. I think God, I love her, right? Too much. Maria Elena couldn't build it. She didn't know how.
Yeah.
Right? Miguel built it around the transition of politics and, Latino educated people coming out of the 60s and the revolution of the 60s, right? Because, college grad, in the 70s and 80s, and those were Virgosos deals, Karen Bass's.
No divorce.
Yeah, but you get what I mean? It was a political transition, and then he took advantage of it. He was a good strategist, right?
Yeah.
But he had to deal with the coke cutters. He didn't have to deal with, all these super guys. He didn't have to deal with all that shit.
Yeah.
He was dealing with, immigrants that were getting citizenship and then becoming voters. And they were new voters.
Yeah.
So they were herded into voting a certain way. Once they got educated and they sent their kids to college, and their kids came back a lot smarter, said, "Fuck you! I'm not going to do what you say. What good? What good did you do my parents?"
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So there must be things for it. And if a Democratic won, the labor movement won. Yeah. Like Bob Archuleta.
Yeah. No.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Jesse Gabriel, like Isaac Bryan. The list goes. He created the Mod Caucus.
I mean, I cannot stand Isaac Bryan. I cannot.
But you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So the Federation has to create its own mobilization.
Yes.
365 days a year, not election season.
Yeah.
It has to have a department that works every single day, assessing and mobilizing.
Yeah,
So that means expansion of what Justin and I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to move the nonprofits out.
Yes.
I got another $20 million from the state, and we were buying in conjunction with 770 and Unite here, the 770 building. So LCS and MCF will be moved over there, and then that whole bottom floor, politics. Up here with me, affiliate services. There should be the complete separation, right? But we should be a consulting firm, the most dynamic, right, consulting firm in the whole fucking city and county. There should be not Ace, not Doug Herman, not whomever, right, should be better than us.
Yeah.
Right? So the fear, when you look down James Wood and say, "Oh fuck, it's the Fed," or the Fed's against me, that should rain fear in people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you fuck us, we mount a campaign against you.
Yeah. Well, and starting with the supervisor.
Look, we have women accessible to us, not yet, accessible to us in the Democratic Party.
We do. Well, the party doesn't do much. The party is just a check or whatever.
Yeah, but it's a good slate still.
Yeah.
Right? But we pick who's on the slate.
So that is, and I mean, honestly, Ron, like when, I love Justin because he's my big brother, but when he kind of called me, I mean, obviously being reunited with him, makes me very happy, but honestly, the other draw was the opportunity just to get mentored by you. And that was enough for me. I was like, I don't even care. I mean, if you tell me to get coffee for Ron every day, okay, I'll do that. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not big on like, I don't need my name in headlines and like, I'm not one of those people. Like, I don't care.
One of the things that I like in her, everybody is like Madonna, right? Miguel.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Miguel.
Yeah.
Maria Elena.
Yeah.
Rusty.
Yeah.
I don't know. Motherfucker, give me institutional power.
Yeah,
Yeah, my name's Ron Herrera,
yeah,
but I want LA Union. That's my messaging.
yeah,
LA Union.
Yeah.
Right? What does that mean?
yeah,
That means political power.
yeah,
Fuck with LA Union.
yeah,
Fuck with the, the
Yeah.
solidarity around, believing in unionism and collective bargaining and transform it into political power
yeah,
to legislators.
yeah,
That's what this is all about. So Justin, right?
yeah,
Justin is handpicked. Me and his father
uh-huh,
were blood brothers, right? All right.
yeah,
So Justin comes to learn my side of the world.
mhm, yeah,
And then he is dangerous as it is,
yes, it's very dangerous.
right?
Yeah.
And imagine,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 years of this.
Yeah,
He could run for mayor right now.
yeah. Yeah, I think he's too traumatized by this.
No, but you get what I mean.
I know, but, Yeah.
But obviously, Justin and I there's a common goal that we have, right?
yes,
And we have one, target. It's coming up, but it's not here yet.
yeah,
But we are targeted to that goal because that's ahead of the problems that we're having overall.
right. Which means what, just the
And that means
system?
what you just said. We go after the board of supers.
Yeah, they are, but nobody knows about them, that's been the most frustrating thing for me, to try to do that kind of stuff. I mean, honestly, I learned the party because I had to,
No, that's
because, and I love Mark, Mark's
No, Mark's my boy.
yeah, he's my boy, I love him very much, and I will always
we
stand
use
by it.
the party as a component to us.
Exactly, and so,
I wish Mark's office was here.
I mean, part of me is like, Mark, and I think we can do that. And honestly, the way we need to start, because these things, and Jose Ugarte already talked to me about that, because he was like, we have to take over ADEMS. Like, it has to be all of our people. And I was like, God, Jose, that's going to be so much work. He's just like, otherwise, we're going to be stuck for another 2.5 years.
You know that we want to do a party too. I mean, a club, right?
Yeah. He already told me I have to help him with that. He's just like, he's like, Hermana. And I was like, I hate when you do that, Jose, because I know it's going to be something I don't want to do. And he's just like, no, aren't you excited? We're coworkers. I'm like, shut up, Jose. He's like, okay, we gotta.
It's important that we
And I was just like, okay, Jose, we'll do this. But honestly, that is, it's September. Those elections are gonna be in
I'm
January.
gonna text him and say, hey, I never see you. What the fuck? Did I piss you off? At least buy me lunch once in a while.
Seriously, Jose. Yeah, buy me lunch, Jose.
Buy us lunch.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Dealer's choice, but I bought him Korean barbecue a couple months ago. And in any case, so he's like, well, we gotta do it all these districts, right? Because it's gonna be happening in January, but once the election's over, like no one's gonna be paying attention and it's gonna be hard to mobilize. The thing is, we have to make Rusty and Ben, huh? Rusty and Ben have to make it so that we do it in person. Because if we do online, that's where we get fucked. Because the DSA progressives are so good at that. Because all they do is do stuff online. They don't actually go outside. That's why they're so pale, all of them. And that's what kind of worries me, because those are the people that can pull endorsements like that. Hans Johnson is a problem. So this labor club we have to make it as big as we can so that the pre-endorsements, it's all of our people. And then not only that, Adrian and I were talking, and he was talking to Ugarte and me too, and he was like, we just need to buy some of these larger clubs. We just need to buy them up. And we need to just take over them. And he's like, a lot of them are cheap. So I was just like, I don't see why we can't do that. So, because then they can't, like LACYD, like the young guns, that's the one we really need to buy. Because once you need a check from that, the LGBT one, we need to buy them off. And then the party, we need to make sure that Because in 2 years, in 2024, all the central committee members have to run for office again. And they have to be put on the ballot. So that's concurrent. So we have to have both kind of going on. And so it's a lot of different pods, and it's very tedious. That's why nobody wants to do it, because it's so much work. Jerry mastered it. Because Jerry ran he did the legwork to run a machine up there, so it just cycles in and out all the time.
Brother man, can I call you back in a second? All right, I've been thinking about you. I'm glad you called. I'll call you back. All right, okay. All right, bye. So the Teamsters are a lot more advanced than
Yeah. I like them.
And leaving is hard to understand.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to be me. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm a rapist, sexual abuser.
What?
That's what they're saying, right? So I think this is why my friends call me. Embezzler, well, I'm all kinds of things. And I'm not defending myself to see where it comes from.
Yeah.
Because I'm not smashing. Right?
Yeah.
Right? I'm just putting distance from it. But I'm getting all kinds of calls because my opposition, right, not locally, right, but nationally, is putting out, whatever I leave. Because when I wanted to leave, how about that one?
How about Ron's tired?
What about, I'm tired of the fucking treachery and betrayal.
That's what Crystal was telling me, what happened to her at the national level.
Yeah.
I felt really terrible. I was like, she told me what happened to her, and I was like, oh my God, that's awful. That is some bullshit.
But the difference in here,
Yeah.
because I got weapons to fight back.
Yeah.
Not only just gathering up, what I need to.
Yeah.
I don't want to blow the place up, but, I'm having fun just kind of sitting back and, watching and, okay, that's enough.
Well, I mean, the DC team, they seem to be kind of, I don't really know what they're
Bald
doing.
and white.
Yeah. Well, that's like my first House of Labor meeting. I'm just, a lot of white people.
Minorities took a 20-year step backwards in the teachers.
But that's what the rank and file people are,
They're asleep though, and the better your contract, the less you participate.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But, you would think that, like, with voter turnout, statistically, it's different there too. But yeah, I mean, when you and Justin want to, I think, but as far as this Dem thing, this ADEM thing going, we need to really get cracking on it sooner than later, because you have to come up with 5,000 people. Hi!
What time is your meeting?
3 o'clock.
Who's in it? Is Claudia in it?
No, it's just me.
God bless you.
So,
Who's coming in from them?
Jennifer. I think she's the head of it now. I always had a good relationship with them, so no big deal. Can't be any worse than the meeting I had with Kiwa. So,
With Alexandra?
Yeah.
She don't like me.
You know who she loves is Steve King. He does whatever he wants her to do. But that's the other thing too, is with the Asian community and trying to bring more in all the places, because, restaurants, and they're starting to do it or whatnot, and right now apparently they're recruiting for CD10, is what I was told. I was not told you guys. Do you need anything for your remarks from Elizabeth sent me a bio. Or do you want to link an embarrassing? It's up to you. So.
Lying in an embarrassment. I'll read his bio. Just hard copy it for me.
Okay. I'll send that, and then, because Mark was like, what's he going to say? And I was like, Mark, are you nervous? What's wrong? Yeah, but I was like,
It won't be
"Oh,
serious, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, he's had a hard week, so I think as much laughter as we can bring to him.